Hello folks, welcome to a new video here on Let's Walk Around Stockholm. Another day, another walk. You know it by now, I hope. So yes, we are in Stockholm and we are on the corner of Sveavägen and Tegnérgatan. And no, don't worry, we're not gonna go again to Sveavägen, because that road we've seen a few times on my videos. No, today we're gonna go and discover some of the streets behind it. There's a little small neighborhood behind it here that most people miss actually, because you know how it goes. The tourists, they always stay on the main roads, which is fully understandable, but I'm gonna explore this neighborhood a little bit here behind it. And then after I'm gonna go through the Brunkebergs tunnel towards Östermalm. So this should be a really fun walk, so follow along, I would say. Let's cross the road here and go around the block. Really nice buildings, I would say. Here you have those classic balconies that you see in the suburbs, mixed with a more, I don't know, posh decoration. Maybe that's the right word of saying it. Because for me, like when you walk around town, I would say variation is the key word, what makes it nice. Like if everything would look the same, you know, it would be so boring. Like this, for example, on the windows, I don't know what it is. It says "Law Done." Don't know exactly what it is, but probably a restaurant. Piano center, Yamaha. Oh, nice. You don't see that very often. A pajamas, I want to say, piano shop. All right, spicy vegan South Indian restaurant, nice. Oh, Taxi Stockholm's head office. Taxi Stockholm, I would say, is the most reliable, regular taxi company, except Uber, of course. That's probably an embassy. I'm not really sure which flag that is. Sorry, I have a brain freeze. People help me out. Which flag is that? I don't want to guess because then I might guess wrong. And every time you guess wrong a country, people will use the opportunity to make it into a political debate. So let's not do that. Alrighty, so we are at Döbelnsgatan here. So it's almost time for me to go to the Netherlands. A bit of traveling. Let's see what we can find there, do a few walks. As I said before, I will mix them, so I have a few pre-recorded walks and I will do a few Dutch walks, and I'll probably do like one day this, one day that. Let's see how it goes. Or maybe I'll find some really interesting things. We'll find out. Kumla facade team. Oh, okay. They're building the scaffolding here. It's also a new word I learned the other day, scaffolding. You know if I pronounce it right. So we're back at Tegnérgatan. Let's cross the street here. Let's follow the crowd. Oh. It's red here, red light, gotta be careful. Nice color, the blue. It's a bit of a grey day today, but at least it's not that cold, so no mittens needed. Japanska torget, Japanese square. Oh, cool, they sell like Japanese products. Looks like it might rain soon, not sure. Man in the Moon Gastropub. Man in the Moon. Reminds me of an REM song. Man in the Moon or Man on the Moon. I love REM, it's such a good band. Really reminds me of the 90s when I really started to listen music and got more aware of lyrics and things like that. Really cool. I think the REM songs are quite timeless as well. This whole genre where they were like kind of mixing the rocky with the poppy sound. Happy songs basically, really enjoyed those. For example, Shiny Happy People, such a nice song. Alrighty. Let's go back in here now. Pictures. If I see the name pictures, I get thirsty straight away. I'm like, yes, please. Oh. We have the offices of the insurance company and the pension and the unemployment, like social services and things like that. It's handy that they're all in the same building so you can talk to each other if someone is like a fraud. You can just call down one floor and go like, oh, you being cheated as well? Yes, let's get the guy. Now, all jokes aside, Sweden has a excellent social system. You know, if you don't work and you have a good insurance and things like that, you get money from the government while looking for a new job and things like that. So yeah, Sweden in that way is a great country. I actually think it's a great country in every way. Some might disagree, you know, things like the weather and things like that, but I really like it here. Cool. See again the same thing that I said, like the newer buildings have a lot of glass. It must have something to do with the environment, that it's easier to warm them up or something like that. Or maybe it's just a trend, I'm not sure. It's a really nice block, really nice neighborhood. Looks cool. A lot of different variations of yellow and red. It's so cool how you can still find new little neighborhoods everywhere you go. So let's have a look. I think we're probably on top of the tunnel now. Let's have a look. Juttas Backe. Juttas Hill is cool. So I think if I go down here, I'm probably walking on top of the tunnel, I think. No, I'm not. So yes, I managed to get confused and lost. Great. The other day I was saying, oh, my sense of direction has got much better. Maybe not. The famous Stockholm stairs. Stairs everywhere you go. Nothing is flat. So this is the Sture cinema. Right, let's walk this way. This is hilarious. This is not where I wanted to end up at all. Oh, Phil's Burger. That's a really good burger place across the street there. Well, this whole area is actually good with nice places, but the only downside of here in Östermalm and Stureplan, it's a bit expensive. So I usually never really go here because it's out of my budget. So what happened is that I kind of walked around the tunnel. Because I actually wanted to no, it's not here either, it's up there. I wanted to walk through the tunnel, but I walked around it. Because now we're back on Birger Jarl's gatan, the main street that goes all the way to Strandvägen there. And there we have Humbergordon, the big park. Oh, it's green, so let's walk a little bit there. And I know what I'm going to do. So I'm going to go through the tunnel on my way back, which makes more sense anyway. Oh yes, we're lucky. All right, so for your reference, the technical university is like 1 kilometer that way. But let's walk around the block here and then go back through the tunnel. But let's first walk through this lovely heart here, which is also part of the Christmas decoration here in Stockholm. So there we have Humbergordon. So this is Humbergårdsgatan. I will show you something funny here. Because here you have a statue. And there's like a trend nowadays in Stockholm. There's people, they knit stuff at home. And then they put it around the statue to give it a bit of a personal, more feeling. So you see this all around the city. This is the Royal Library, I think. No, no, it's not royal. That's Kungliga. That's Kungliga. Not the same thing. Anyway, it's a massive building. I don't know. Some of you who have been with my videos for a long time, they probably remember my video in spring early spring, late winter, where I went to Humbergordon and ended up in a snowstorm. It was a really cool video. You should look back. I can't remember exactly which number it was, but anyway, that was a really good video where I ended up in the middle of a snowstorm. It's much better weather now, at least. Well, depends how you look at it. Depends what you consider good weather. Yes, so we are at Stureplan. Some of the people in the comment section in the chat ask me, what is a good place to go out in Stockholm? It's a very legit question, but it's a bit hard to answer depending on what you're into. If you're into nightclubs with like house music, upmarket places, you know, here in Östermalm, Stureplan, you have the nightclubs that ask entry fees and that also have like a door policy, you know what I mean? Like you cannot look dirty or whatever. You have to be a bit updressed. Those nightclubs are around here in Stureplan, Östermalm. But if you just want like a nice chill pub, I think it's better to go to Södermalm. So I would say pub Södermalm, club Östermalm. To make a long story short. Alrighty. And then if you want to go out for dinner, it really depends. I should just recommend you look up a place on the internet because they're everywhere. In the city, Södermalm, Östermalm, Kungsholmen, Vasastan. Yeah, they're all over the place. You can have good dinner. But in general, as a general rule, Östermalm is more expensive than the rest. Both in beers and in food. It's getting quite busy, as it seems. I think a lot of people are doing some grocery shopping for New Year's Eve. They're probably getting guests over. So, you know, some of people, they have to work back again maybe on like Monday, Tuesday. So it's a last opportunity to get some stuff. Stureplan, there it is. Right, so let's go back through the tunnel, which is straight ahead here to the left, to round up this video. Yes, and then it's time to go to the Netherlands to have some holidays, some well-deserved rest. I've rented a house there, like on Airbnb, so it should be really nice. It's a big house with a little garden and everything, so it should be really fun. I hope. If the weather isn't too bad, at least. Because the Netherlands has much warmer weather than Sweden. Like today it is like +10, +11 degrees, but it also rains much more. So if you have bad luck in both autumn and winter, it can rain for 1 week straight. So well, we'll find out. I'll bring an umbrella. But you know how I work nowadays. I don't really care. I go out every day anyway. -10, -20, snow, rain, wind. Doesn't really affect me much, because the thing is, if you move to Sweden and you use the weather as an excuse, oh, you will have it hard here. You will have a very hard time. So I cannot recommend ever to say in Sweden, oh, I'm not going to go doing this and this because of the weather. Because if you start thinking like that in your head, that means you can't do anything between October and April and just sitting at home for 6 months of the year. And I know some people that moved to Sweden, they fell for this. They got trapped. And then you start to dislike Sweden as a country if you do that. So never think about the weather. Just do what you got to do and you'll get used to it. Really, it's not that bad. All right, let's go to the tunnel. Always one of my favorites. It's a shortcut as well, so it's actually really fast. Tunnel open between 6 and 10 p.m. Yeah, I understand that, because otherwise all the homeless would sleep in it. Well, looks so trippy. Really cool. I gotta say, it smells quite like piss in this tunnel. It looks really nice. It's one of the most photographed, is that a word, photographed? I don't know, anyway. One of the best places to take photos in the whole of Stockholm. But yeah, it is a bit smelly in here. And also, if you walk here at night, it can get a bit dodgy, to be honest. You know, because if someone would close off the end or whatever, like, you know, there could be happening some weird stuff. It was funny, I wasn't sure if he was going left or right. I was like, left, right, no. But yeah, you know what I mean, like if you would go in and someone would close off the end, yeah, it would get a bit weird. Alrighty. Let's go out here. So yeah, so this was my plan from the beginning, to go in it from this side. But yeah, I messed up. All good. I actually think I might do one more walk here in Stockholm before I go to the Netherlands. So I have one spare one. Oh, I'm really hungry now. All the walking got me hungry. So I am back at Sveavägen here, downtown Stockholm. The concert hall over there. Alright, let's round up today's video. I hope you enjoyed it, and of course I am back tomorrow with another video here in Stockholm. Thanks and bye bye.